Hello, everybody. We're here for day 3 of assembly. We're here. This is the Mob Bot Programming weekly stream where we build a bot together. I'm Drekken. I'm hopefully by now you know me. If you don't, I'm here, the producer at Robots, and I also run assembly. And Mob Bot Programming, what is it? Essentially, we're building a project together. 3 groups of people: pilot, the mob, and a navigator. Now, people who can be navigators or the pilot, people who are part of our membership, which I'll pop in here in the chat. And you can join up and be a member, and you can join, get hands-on experience with working on a bot together with me. So that's cool. We'll do that. And if not, though, you can be obviously in the mob and give your feedback, and we'll work together. We are currently working on our angler bot. This angler bot is just like a bot that is supposed to bait the opponent and lure them into the position they want. We're using the Eris framework. And why don't we show what that code might look like? Boop. All right. So we've been working on this for quite some time. Sorry, we've been working on this one for 3 days. So 3 weeks so far. And the main thing was to get it all set up. Oh, my monitor's a little crooked. All right. And so we're going to work together on putting this bot together. People who might appeal to working here on Mo programming, someone who wants to get used to making a bot, but they don't really want to start one on their own, or they want to be a part of a project, work together on a project. This is the space to be. So normally we start off by reviewing how our bot did on the ladder, but since this bot is yet to be on the ladder, it's not quite ready for prime time, maybe a few more weeks before it's ready to go on the ladder. We'll just get right into the code. We're just going to dive into it. We will review our goal for it, because actually, the current goal actually is a little outdated. And so if we pop into our little text box, getting units in groups was what we did last week. We were successful in that, very successful, actually surprisingly successful. I didn't think I was going to get that in there, but we did. So our next goal is to have a scout. So this is essentially separating one of the units into its own group and controlling it independent of the other groups. So essentially 2 groups. One group is the one with the scout, and the other one is just the main army. And we could actually have multiple groups. You could actually have 3 groups. And I think we might end up with 3 groups, but for now, just getting a scout. So, and then reacting with the map probably will be maybe this week. I don't know if we'll squeeze it in. We'll see how active we get. Maybe we'll get in being able to react to the map. I'll be honest, I am not, I know we have Eris framework comes with influence maps. So there is the capability within the framework that we have access to, but I'm not 100% sure about how to do it, and so there'll be a bit of researching on it. So I'll probably have to do that. So we could also do some stuff that I do know, and we can work on there. So it depends if one of you guys here in the mob will know more than I do, and we can work on that, or we'll skip that and we'll come back around to it. It's okay. And it's okay because I'm also learning. There's a lot of things I'm still learning. That's kind of half the fun. I am not the master of bot making. I have been working on bots since last year myself, my own bots, and I've had quite a lot of fun working on it. And so there will be stuff I'm going to be learning. You'll be learning. We'll be learning together. Okay, let's just jump into it. And we're going to be working on this goal here. Have a scout, or making it independent of the others. We'll pop that as our goal for this session. It's a goal. Ooh. All right. Goal is set. Oh, I have it checked off when it shouldn't be checked off. No goal. Okay. Let's get our music going. Do we have music? Where's my music? Okay. My music is here. It's a little quiet. Our little coding music. Maybe. There we go. All right, we got a coding music up. Actually, maybe I'll turn it a bit down in my own ear so I don't have to shout into my microphone. Okay, let's do it. First thing first, I'd like to start to make sure it works before I just get into the coding. You know, just do a little poetry run, make sure it runs, because nothing would be sillier than we left it as broken. That's always my rule of thumb, is generally not to leave the code broken before I leave. That's not always possible. Like, no word of a lie. Obviously not far from perfect at it, but my general rule of thumb is to not leave my bot broken when I leave it, like when I stop for the night. So if I see that we're running out of stream time, I will usually stop working on the goal and just get it working in a working state before I end the stream, because oftentimes I'll come back and I'll be like, I have no clue what I was doing last time. And that can be problematic because here we are. And I'm like, oh, what did I do? And what happened? Couldn't remember. So far the bot seems to be working, but let's see if I remember correctly. We had only split certain units up into a group. Separate. But is that our bot? Okay, so this is our bot. Wow, we lost to the computer. Uh-oh, what's happening? Where isn't the computer not coming to kill our bot? That was weird. That was unexpected. Okay. So if I remember correctly, we actually ended up giving our bot into... Let's see what's happening here. So did I leave myself a to-do list in here? Sometimes I leave myself little breadcrumbs, so I figure it out in my comments. This will remove the attacking automatically. No, okay. Let's see if I... Stalkers. Okay, so here we go. So if you look, what it seems here is that I actually ended up, what we ended up doing is we ended up assigning our uncreated, we ended up assigning both zealots and stalkers the attacking role. Okay, so that's good news. So if unit type ID equals zealots or unit type ID equals stalkers, they are given automatically the attacking role, which means, what did I do with the attacking role? So I assigned, we have two groups here registered. So we have two groups here. We have the control main army and control attacker. Okay, so we got two groups. So we already have two groups, which is good. We can just kind of we can separate these groups. Because uncreated, they all have attacking. And then for every zealot, we separated them and they're in the control group 1, which is control group 1. What did we assign control group 1 to be? Control group 1. Looks like the main army. Main army units, self-mediator units get ruled for control group 1. Okay. So that means that's the main army, which is just actually zealots. How do I want to think about this? How do you want to think about this? Because I think I just did this to get this to work. We could... Okay, so we can actually change main army to a scout. And then we can actually call the attackers, quote unquote, the main army. Because technically they're kind of like our main army. So let's actually change the attackers, but it's already assigned and it'd be a lot of pain to unassign it. So let's go. Actually, let's bring Copilot here. So just because, you know, I like Copilot by my side when I'm doing this, when we're digging into it. So let's do it. Okay. So control attackers, let's change control attackers to main army. And then let's change the control main army, which is this, to scout. So this control main army is scout, and then there's attackers. So we're gonna have to, you know what? There's probably an easier way to have just done what I just did. someone had showed this to me, and I want to make sure I do this properly, as opposed to giving myself a lot of work. Okay, so if assigned that main registered raid army, so let's currently our main army here is what I actually wanted to turning into the attacker. So where did I declare this? So attackers and then main army. So I'm actually first start here. Someone showed me how to do this, and let's see if I remember how I can get this to rename all the variables. What was the way again? Is it rename symbol? I think this will be it. This will help me rename the symbol. So let's say Scout. I'll call it First Scout. And hopefully this is the right thing. First Scout. Control Enter to preview. Whoops. Wow. Uh-oh. Control Enter also affects my OBS. So maybe I can't use Control Enter like that again. I don't know. So it changes main army equals main army. Okay, so this is the right thing. So let's apply that. Ooh, Jesus. What happened? What did it break? That's not good. Why did it not respond properly? Okay, let's try this again. I just wanted to... Can I just get you to rename? And then go... one scout or first scout. Okay, first scout. Perfect. I think I know why. I was silly in my naming conventions and that just messed up things. So, yeah. David, yeah, that was it. Actually, that was my brain just go, whoop. No, you can't have a number there. And that just like, it didn't click on to me first. And then I was like, oh, yeah, you can't have a number there. It's first scout. Okay. So kudos to David. He saw it. I didn't see it until the second time. Okay, so first scout. Okay, so first scout. I'm gonna keep attackers and keep attackers as the same. I'm gonna rename control main army. See how many spaces are for the control main army. Okay, that's fine. Let's rename control main army to control scout. Control scout. Perfect. So far, so good. What is this? What is this actually leaning to? Okay, so perfect so far. Or at least it's not breaking anything. Okay, so first scout. First scout. I want to rename this so attackers equals attackers. Hopefully I can just rename this without much problem. So first scout equals, or first scout. Okay. First scout is getting it from control group 1. Control group 1 is right now. How are we assigning it? So all the zealots are in control group 1. So that's so far so good. I think we've kind of, this is on step. So control group 1, target first enemy location, attackers equals attackers. Okay. I think that's good. Maybe we can control attackers, control scout. Maybe it might be good to give it a shot to make sure nothing broke. Let's see where we land. Do we have a git? Do I have a git command right now for us to, if we want to do, let's see if my bot will allow us to. Exclamation mark git. Oh, it does. Oh, that's just for the template though. Okay. Okay, good news. It left. So far so good. Still working. Okay, so let's actually send the zealots elsewhere so we know that it works. Let's send let's send the attackers to the enemy start location. Let's send the scout to, where can we send the scout? Let's actually have the scouts hold position and see what happens. Control scout. Let's actually get it to not a move. What do we want them to do? Let's get them to not move. Group maneuver add. What kind of group maneuvers? Let's actually see if there's like a different group maneuver we can use. So this is going to be an Ares, source, behaviors. Is it maneuver recipe? No. Behavior? Oh, where is it? I guess I could have looked. Let me go back to the, let's go back to the main code. Main. Where is the group behaviors coming from? Combat. So behaviors, combat group. So Eris, source, combat group. Here we go. Combat group behaviors. Keep group. What does this do? Keep group safe. Path group to target. Stutter group back. Group forward. Okay, let's try. Let's just say keep group safe. Let's give it keep group safe and then keep group safe. And then let's see if that's how, make sure we're separated. So instead of group behavior to attack, let's say keep group safe. Is it just keep group safe or is keep underscore group? Keep keep group safe? No, that may not be the no, I have to go probably should have kept it open. Groups, combat moves, keep, oh, it says keep group safe. Example. Double check. Example, combat moves A move group, register A move group. That's the A move. So maybe keep group safe is all we need to do for this, using this behavior. Keep, so capital Greek, all one word, keep group safe. Okay, let's try this again. I don't think I would have to need to designate a target, obviously. So let's just go keep group safe. Keep group safe. what has to be passed here? Maybe it doesn't like it. Doesn't seem to be liking it. What if I just go keep group safe? Nope, didn't like it either. Huh. I feel like it has to be keep group safe. Huh. Doesn't seem to be liking any of those. See what Copilot will say. Oh, I didn't import it. That's why. You're right. Of course. That is why the problem. It is why. Man, I am just all over the place. Let's try this. Let's bring it back in. So, keep group. That should be like keep group safe. Perfect. Now it'll work. And keep group safe. Okay. So this is gonna be. It's gonna need the list of units. So you can. Is it gonna be group equals? So group equals. Group equals. First scout. Does it need a close enemy? Does it send that? Close enemy and grid. Sure, let's try that. I don't see why that won't work. Let's see if that's enough. Last thing, if this works, what we'll do is we'll actually end up separating it to what we'll do is we'll set up so that first scout is only one zealot, and then we'll call that I see. So we should actually say this should actually be in a group. This should actually be in an if statement. So it's like okay, let's try this. So no, actually keep group behaviors, and then we'll say keep group safe if there is an enemy nearby. Enemy nearby. And we'll go if I have to actually import something if I want to be able to detect the enemies. I'm gonna need something here. Let me pull up my code for my dummy bot. I was doing this the other day. If enemy units equals self dot enemy units. Okay. So we'll actually need to declare the enemy units first. So, whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. Did I open it and close the other one? Oh no, come back. I probably should just keep it open. Extra new window. With my dummy bot code on there. Okay, so let's put enemy units in here. We need it anyways, so we'll just put the code. So it's not a big deal to have the enemy units. We'll probably put it in the main thing. So let's say like enemy units We'll put it in the actual thing. So let's say enemy units equals self dot enemy units, and then we'll say close enemy units equals, you know what, I probably didn't have to go do that. Let's actually just say this, and if we want to make this a little bit more proper, we will. So we'll go close enemy equals self dot enemy units. I cannot spell enemy units. Perfect. Grid equals, do I need to send a 0.2 through? What does it need? It might need a 0.2. Or maybe I don't need a grid. Let's take the grid out for now. I probably don't need maybe a grid parameter. We might be fine without it. Let's see. We're not doing anything fancy with this right now. We just need to make sure it works. Oh, crashed. What's going on here? So yeah, something didn't work too well here. I registered the thing, so instead of guessing, Copilot, what terminal selection? We'll ask him what went wrong. Oh, it does need a grid. All right, I'll give you a grid. It does need a grid. Let's say game info. Pathing grid, is that a thing? I don't think that's. Is it self.game info? Self.game info? Pathing grid? Okay, that worked. Does it need a target? And then a boolean, but I imagine the boolean is true, so we'll leave that for now. Let's try now. We'll see what this this produces. Maybe I should just told it the whole position. I don't think it was. Maybe it was not necessary to go giving these group behaviors. Okay. We'll see. That's how it goes. Okay, didn't crash, and then it crashed. Doesn't say. Let's see what happened here, though. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, something didn't go as it planned, though. Something not. Something is not. It's not lining up. Let's try. No, I did. I did. Oh, you know what? Let's say. If enemy self dot enemy units. So like you need to like. It really only needs to happen if there's an enemy unit. If self dot enemy units, keep ground safe or keep group safe. Does that look right? Yeah, we didn't use very complicated language. I didn't want to use very complicated logic for that. Let's just see if that should help it. And if all has gone well, then right now all the zealots should be doing nothing and the stalkers should go and do what they are set out to do. Let's see if this works. Perfect. Oh, uh-oh. I mean, that kind of worked, but something broke, and it's not. Okay, let's not use the keep group safe. Let's use something else. So we'll say actually now if there's enemy units, let's say. Let's try. Let's just tell it to hold position. So let's just say like this. We'll say if self.time is more than 10 seconds. No, let's say more than 20 seconds. Group maneuver. A move. Okay. So essentially this will essentially mean that the zealots will stay behind for a few seconds. And that will be the way we'll test it. Okay, let's try that. Oh, it didn't register. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something's missing. It's not gonna like that. Okay. So our end result should be, pardon me, should be that the zealots hang back, and the stalkers run ahead. Then the zealots will eventually follow behind. Oh, this is the wrong window. I think it worked. I was in the wrong window, but I think it actually worked. Let's do it again. I actually don't like that it opens two windows. I really would prefer just open my own window, but guess nothing can be done about that. Okay, yeah, this is my window. I wish you'd just always open my window on the top, but I don't know. Okay, okay, so perfect, it worked. Okay, cool. It worked. Cool. All right. Oddly enough, we actually want this to be reversed, so we're actually gonna make our main units hang back. So we'll go actually this. We'll actually take out this. We'll make this 20 seconds. And we'll actually remove this. Woo. We'll go Shift Tab, bring ourselves back. Okay, now we need to have it so that the control scout group is just zealots. So all units are assigned the attacking role by default. Control group, that's the control group being called. Here we go. Okay. If not, self-assigned, main army, and self. Why did I? At 10 seconds, all zealots will be assigned to the main army role. Don't need that anymore because that's not true anymore. The start of the game. One zealot. Oh, you know what? We don't. Okay, so we actually could change this assign main army to assign scout. Let's change this to assign scout. To assigned scout. There we go. Hopefully that changed that everywhere as it should. Okay, at the start, assign one zealot to the scout role. This will remove them automatically from the attacking. All right. Let's actually just get Copilot to change this part of the code for me. She wanted to know all of this. So let's actually go like this and then say, it's a control I. So one random zealot to the role. Zealot units, the attackers, unit IT Zealot is zealot. Zealot equals zealot random. Is it unit type? I think that's unit type ID random. But I can actually fix that myself. Yeah, I think I can fix that myself. Let's use that. There actually doesn't need to be a time. That's kind of irrelevant. No, actually, no, sorry. We'll keep the time. So it only does it once. I don't want it to do it multiple times. That actually maybe should be less than. Okay, we'll worry about this in a second. To fix the indented block, you need to indent the zealots inside the... Sure. Oh, I see. I see what happened. Okay. It's weird you wouldn't do that, but... Okay, this actually looks fine for me. Zealots equals units equals attackers, unit type ID, zealots. Where is this coming from? Actually, something seems off here. Something seems off. Okay. Let's just see if it worked, by the way. And then I'll... Something seems off about my... my variable names, but... Ah! Yay! He went! Oh, it worked. Well, that was nice. A little unexpected. And pretty cool. It worked. It's good. It's good. We got it to work. That's good news. Okay. Well, I'm going to say that part is done. That's a completed goal. We have a scout. We do officially have a scout, though I think my variables are named a little weird. But, so we have a scout. So I just want to clean up these things. So, self-control attackers. Oh, because it's the attackers. Okay, I'm going to rename this as scouts. Scout. Scouts or scout? Scout. And then we'll say, we'll change it to scout with an S. Yeah. I just want to let's just change that to be scouts. That might end up confusing me later on in life, but for now. Okay, we got a scout. Perfect. What was next on the list? So react to what it sees. So we're going to say this is done. So react from what it sees, react from the scout. So let's say, let's give it a little bit of logic. So these don't leave. So what we'll do is we'll go, okay, main unit. Let's take up, let's say first target equals control attackers. Control scout. Okay, so in attackers, let's say our first target is actually not the start location. Is it self dot unit type? Let's set some global variables. Let's say on step. Where are we? On step, let's say enemy start location equals start location. Okay, and then actually let's first say self dot enemy pylon equals, let's say none for now, false, so it doesn't exist. No, equals none. No. 0. Don't want to say 0. How do I want to? I'm thinking I don't want to set an enemy pylon yet. Okay, let's say ID pylon, but it doesn't exist. I don't know if it. I don't think the bot will see that it exists, so we probably shouldn't set that now. Let's say self dot pylon equals self dot structure unit type ID pylon. No need to go ready. There's only one. And it's pretty much on creation. So my pylon is set automatically. So, and then let's say the first target is my pylon. But let's say I want that pylon to be, this is for my main army. So we want to take a defensive position first and foremost. And to make sure it doesn't attack my pylon, because that is not what we want it to do. Can we just say move? We don't need to move. Let's say, I don't know if it has maneuvers. Can we, for the group behaviors, can we just move from, does everything have to be attack move? We don't necessarily want to attack. We don't want it to attack our own pylon. So let's say path group to target. We'll use that. Let's import path group to target. So let's say back to my main. Let's forget, we don't need keep group safe. That's not necessary. So let's say path group to target. What else are we gonna need? Let's see. What other useful stuff will be useful? We're gonna need a third group. We'll make a third group of just the stalkers. We'll do that after this, but we'll probably need stutter back. Stutter group back. I need to add that to my list. Separate stalkers. Separate stalkers. We'll call it range to range group. We'd actually do that right now. Let's do that right now. We'll call it, we'll make this other group, we'll call it, we'll do the same stuff. So let's say, because we want the stalker stuttering back, and we don't want the, or do we want them stuttering forward? We'll do stuttering back for now. Because what we'll end up doing is we'll do, okay, let's just add a stalkers and then we'll worry about how we're gonna get them to do what. Self.control range units, that's fine. Sure, that's fine. And then we actually have to define them. So let's say range. Wow, that's actually exactly what I wanted to do. You are so smart, co-pilot. You are my co-pilot. You are literally my co-pilot. Okay. Actually, put some stuff here. I don't know if I need to remove them from the attacking groups. I just need to add an additional behavior to them. Okay, well, I actually don't know if I want them removed from the attacking role. I just want to... What if I, maybe I don't need to give them their own group. Maybe if inside the group, I can put an if statement. And if the unit is a stalker, and there's okay, maybe I don't have to do this, actually. Maybe we don't have to go as far as giving them their own group. We can maybe use some logic inside the attacker group and just give them their own behavior. So something like this. We'll say like... We'll say... give it some logic. If enemy self.enemy units can I actually separate that? Hold on. I actually don't know if we can. This maybe might work. I don't know. Okay, let's try this. We'll try this. Let's say if enemy units but what if I want to say this? Let's say, actually, let's give Copilot a hint of what we're doing, and maybe it'll give me a suggestion if it'll do what I want it to do. We'll see. If they're close enemy units, stalkers only stutter back. That may... If enemy units closer than that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I might actually have to... Oh, is this the scouts? No, okay. I might actually have to give them their own command, their own group. Okay, so maybe we do have to give them their own group. Though I think I could give them individual behavior. I feel like I can do that. I'm getting a little distracted because that's not what I wanted to do initially. Maybe we can do something like... So I don't know. I guess it's not that much trouble just to create a whole new group for just stalkers and then have them have and just give them everything that I'm giving the zealot control group. But I feel like that's a little inefficient. I feel like I should be able to do this a little bit better than just simply putting the stalkers in a separate group. But okay, let's not worry about that just yet. Let's continue. Let's first get our scout to go to somewhere useful. So not the enemy start location. How can we tell our scout to go somewhere on the map? Maybe to the center of the map? Game info map center. And we don't want to lose it. So we should say go to the map center. So let's say we'll say actually instead of this, move to target. Path group to target. Let's say what we need you to do. Or actually, do I actually need to say target here if I already set the target outside of this thing and I passed it in? Let's see if I can get away with not doing that. That might just be cleaning stuff up. So let's go do an if statement. Let's say, first let's say what I want it to do. Move scout to the center of the map if there is no enemy. If there's no enemy, center of the map, there is no enemy within enemy at the start of the game. So we'll say if not self dot enemy units enemy units and less than 20 seconds target is that's good. Perfect. So if not enemy units and self time is less than 20 seconds, center of the game. Which sets the target. So perfect. So it's moving to the target. Else, we can say the target. If else, we can say go. Then we can go like else target equals enemy start location. Okay, that kind of works. What do we want to do? We probably should say maybe what we also want to do is we want it to scale, but we don't want it to get attacked. So we'll say if it's less than 20 seconds to the game, path unit to target equals thing, and then we'll actually move this in here. And we'll say, okay, path used to target. And then we'll say, if there is an enemy unit, so we want them to keep the unit safe. We want him to take the target, and if he sees an enemy unit, keep the unit safe. So if there's an enemy unit, if there's not an enemy unit, and there's less than 20 seconds of the game, go to the center of the map. Can I actually, is there like there is. Okay, so you can actually do like a danger threshold here. Distance check squad, success at distance, sensitivity smoothing, sense danger. Sense danger. So we're gonna actually add sense danger. Sense danger. True. I don't know how that works though. We'll say sense danger. Danger distance. Oh, how far to stay away from the danger. So just let's say danger distance. Let's say 20 to start. So it's gonna keep away from danger while it tries to accomplish it. So if there's no enemy units and self-time equals 20, go. All right. Else, so if no enemy units, so if it runs into an enemy, then it's gonna do nothing. It's just gonna like run to the enemy start location. But right now there's no I put this in here, so maybe I should actually let's maybe bring back it outside of the code of the if statement, the logic of the if statement, and let's say, okay, we'll say, okay, if there's an enemy unit and it's less than 20 seconds, have at her. Like, you go to the end of the center. If not, then like kind of try to avoid it. Else, go to the start location, and then it'll like kind of try to run around it. So let's see what happens. So we do have him reacting to danger, which is good, but eventually we want to make this map specific too, which is I think what I meant to when I put it in maps. I think I said react to the map, so map specific. Something crashed. Path group to target, missing 2 required positional arguments, start and grid. Okay, you're missing a grid command. So you're missing a grid and then the start. I actually don't know what the start is for path to target. Maybe I need to. If I remember correctly, I could actually set a universal grid. So maybe I'll start at the top and I'll go something like this. Ground grid. Perfect. Do I need to have this at the end? Okay, let's say it's passing an argument in there. So let's say path unit target, and then I actually need to make sure this gets a ground grid into it. What is the passing to it? Is it? Do I? Is it grid? Do I go like grid equals? I'm missing something in my mind. What am I missing? What am I not thinking of right now? It's like. Quickly pull up something that might jog my memory. Is it like, do I just kind of go like this? It's a ground grid. Is it an numpy array? Can I say ND array? I probably have to import something. I have to import numpy. Import. Yep. There we go. I probably have to bring in Scythion as well. So let's actually bring in the Scythion extension. So from Scythion extensions, so we can actually be able to know close to and closest from. So we have a bit of, you know, the units will understand distance to themselves from whatever it is that is coming at them. Okay. What else do we need? Numpy should yay, yeah, ground grid numpy dot array. Okay, so now we should hopefully be able to give this a target. So if I go, so it's a group tags, grid. So if I say group tags, then if I say grid equals ground grid, will that be enough? Okay. The start though, start point. I don't know what the start point is. 0.2. Do I need to bring in start? I do have 0.2 already. So let's say, what if we go, okay. Let's say start. What is the start location? I don't know. I'm not sure, guys. Can I just say path group to target? What if it's not the start location? Like, does that mean it can only... I don't know how this works. I don't know how this start works. But it won't start this without it. So let's at least figure out if it'll... Okay, so this might be a short stream because I actually won't be able to go past 7:30 Eastern my time. But good news is it crashed. That's not actually the good news. I'm just, you know, I thought I would just mention that it happened. Okay. What is the reason this crashed? What am I looking at here? There's a lot happening here. Oh, the numpy array is not callable. Caught known exception. Numpy.array object is not a callable. Okay, well, I thought it would be fine. So someone's gonna have to give me a little bit of insight here. Copilot. Selection. What went wrong? Question mark. Because that should have, yeah, it's not called on step. So I thought so. Okay. Sometimes my little Copilot friend goes a little wild and he makes up crap on his own. Oh. Control scout missing one required argument. Ground grid. Oh, I need to pass the ground grid through. Okay. What line is this? Does not say. But I know it's the scout control scout. So do I have to go like this? Control scout equals ground grid equals ground grid. Is it self.ground grid? What is it that you don't like about this? Is it self? Is it self.ground grid? No. Ground grid equals. Oh, maybe I need to. Okay, let's try. I go back to. No, I did pass it though. Maybe I just need to. So I passed it. I said it was an array. What am I missing? So ground grid is passed here. Let's control scouts. Let's check all the control scouts. Control scout, control scout. What if I said self.mediator? Doesn't seem to like that either. Oh, that's already up there. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I just go like, oh, I'm missing the comma. The fuck I am. What the hell? Okay. That was annoying. I hate when I like go on like a random goose hunt and I'm like, what did I do wrong? And it's just a comma missing. But whatever. Okay, let's see what happens. So what goal are we working on? Oh, crap. Missing one required positional argument, ground grid. Actually, maybe I don't need to say ground grid equals ground grid. Maybe it's just ground grid and that's it. Nope, you have to say that. It says I'm missing something though. It says I'm missing a positional argument. Angular bot control scout missing positional argument. Which is weird. Oh, I should actually, I wonder if make sure my chat, my YouTube stream chat has not been broken this whole time. Okay, good. Sorry. I just realized it's not showing the bottom. Okay, sorry. My YouTube chat was not showing like the bottom. Okay. Let's see if we can get this sorted out. As I was saying, I don't like to leave off on a stream with a broken bot. So let's see if we can make sure that this is sorted out before we close up today. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's We'll ask Copilot selection. Oh. Come on, GitHub, baby. Come on. Come on. Let me, okay, here's terminal selection. Oh gosh. Copilot, please. What went wrong? Last command? There we go. That was weird. That's not the problem. Okay. Let's run it again. Let's go back to Control Scout. Control Scout self. I passed it numpy array. It requires the ground grid, which is a numpy array. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I shouldn't be passing it the way that I think I'm passing it. Maybe I should. What could be another way I could do this? Maybe set gives me a very specific line. No. Line 91. No, that's not right. Control Scout is missing one required positional argument, ground grid. On line 36. So this is the one that's missing it. Maybe this actually just needs to be the numpy array. Can I do it like this? Would you accept that? We'll find out in a second. In the past, I just passed the ground grid thing and it was fine, but I haven't done it with groups. I've only done it with single. Oh. Uh-oh. I think it's a different thing this time. Okay, yeah, I don't think it was our ground grid problem. No, it was. Never mind. That's not correct. Gotta keep an eye on Copilot or it's just gonna say all sorts of stuff. Oh wait, maybe it was. Hold on. Oh, what went here? Closed. Hold on, maybe. Oh, okay. Maybe it's something else that's causing it to break. So this actually might be one of my logics. Let's see. Okay, let's remove our logic here, because I wonder if my logic is causing it to break. And then let's just say target equals this location. We'll see if my logic is causing it to break. If it is, then we will zero in on the logic. So it might not actually be the ground grid. It might be my logic. Oh, no. Yeah, that's weird. Now it's just crashing. You know what I should have done? I should have pushed it up to GitHub. Crap. That was my mistake. Because now I don't have a save point to go back to. That was my mistake. Okay, don't be like me, guys. Make sure you always, after every successive thing you save on Git. Let's try something else then. Let's maybe take a step back. Let's comment out the ground grid. Let's not call ground grid. Let's not use any of this stuff here, and then isolate the problem. Let's isolate the problem to the logic. Let's see if that will work. So it might just be my logic, but it's might be how I'm handling the ground grid. Yeah, now it's crashing right out of the gate. It is the ground grid. Okay, so ground grid equals okay, so I declared the ground grid. Maybe it should be self.ground grid. So I used ground grid equals self mediator get ground grid. Okay, so I've assigned it to ground grid, and then I've maybe so I defined it here. So I defined each one. So ground control scout. I'm in the defining of the method. I'm passing this numpy array. And then when I'm calling it, which is here, which is self dot, yeah, so this is self dot control scout. Ground grid equals ground grid. So the ground grid of this is this ground grid that I've declared. It should work. I don't. Am I missing something? If you are any of you out there proficient in maybe a little bit of that, please say so. Okay. Oh, I'm running out of time. Let me see if I can. Does the maneuver itself have to have the ground grid too? Let's go back to the maneuver. So path to targets equals, so start equals, maybe he doesn't like the start location. Okay, let's just remove this path to target out. Because maybe he doesn't like the start location. Even though there we go. Was I 100%? Oh man, another crash. On step. Self-control function. Angular bot control scale is missing one required positional argument, which is the ground grid. That's a little frustrating. I'm gonna admit that. Hmm. Uh. What should I do? I'm not 100% sure. Okay, maybe I can. What if it's something else that's, because on units, all the units are being created. They're set to the attacking role. Okay, let's get rid of the grid for now because I think it's giving me a lot of headache, but no, okay. I want to get this in here. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Path to target. Combat maneuvers, target equals self.game, self info, else. Okay. Let's try something else. Let's try. Okay. Let's just remove path to target for now. Actually, don't want to delete this because I want this for later. Let's use a regular simple A move. Just so that we have, whoops, we don't need to, just a regular A move in here. Simple regular A move. It doesn't need to be scouts, actually. It needs to be, oh, what the? That's weird. Why is this for scouts and scouts? It should be actually attackers, maybe? Okay, this actually should be attackers and I don't know how that got mixed up. Okay. Let's now I see I made a attackers. And then we'll say attacker. Okay. That should have made that a little bit clearer. So that's a little less confusing. Let's just do a move group. Sure. Let's do it like that, please. And then let's remove the array for now. Let's move the 0.2. I mean let's remove that for now. Let's remove this for now. Remove this for now. Actually, we can leave this because I don't think it's gonna need to worry about it. Just get us back up and running. Where am I missing? 89. Invalid syntax, perhaps forgot a comma. A group. Did I? Did I forget a comma? I don't think so. Obviously, I am because you're saying I am, but where am I forgetting a comma? Line 89. Oh, somewhere in here. I don't think so. Or am I missing a comma somewhere? Is it just not on the... No, it was on the right. Something is missing. Fix it, please. Quick fix. Copilot. Okay, sure. Okay, that didn't work out properly. Hold on. Okay, well, let's get rid of this one, I guess. And then this. What happened here? Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. Is it my commented out stuff that is causing me heartache? Quick fix. What did you want to do? What did you just do here? Okay, well. If it works, it works. We'll take that. I'll have to put a note that again, I don't like leaving the bot off of an area where it's not working. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we narrowed it down. It was definitely my use of the ground grid that was messing it up. We'll say created scout, created a scout group, set that scout ahead. We'll commit that. I don't know, added errors to the source. Sure, commit that too. And then this data is not relevant. You probably can discard it. We don't really need that data. And then let's sync those changes. Perfect. And then we're gonna like leave ourselves a to-do list here. So we got a scout. Should like make like a little to-do down here. To-do. Fix the ground grid with fix ground grid with what was the thing what was that method we were using? What was it? Path to target. So we'll actually take this path to target. Whoops, no. Okay, so fix ground grid with path to target. Path group. I wonder if I even need to make it a group because it's in single. So maybe actually we'll also say change scout from group behavior to single unit behavior. There's no need for it to be a group. It just needs to be, it can just be a single unit behavior. It doesn't need to be a group behavior. I can probably just do that instead. All right. All right, guys. That's it for now. That's for this stream. If you're going to be joining me next week, same time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, to work on this bot, this Angler bot, where we send out it a little bit further, bring it to where we want our enemies to where they want we want them to go. Oh, I just thought of something. Sorry, I just thought of something. Why don't we also make it that if the scout dies, assign a new one? Yeah. So if like the scout dies, we can maybe assign a new one and then it can be the new scout. We'll put that as a part of one of the goals. We'll put that in there. Okay. Anyways, you can join me every Monday here to do this group bot programming. If you're in the mob, you can sit here and watch. You can also join in, give your suggestions. You actually didn't have to be quiet. You can be here and join in and work on it as well. If you join our membership, you can also be a part of the actual coding. We can actually swap roles. You could do the coding here in the seat. I can take an eye, watch over the chat and give suggestions. We'll do a little bit of a collaborative effort. If not, just being in the mob is equally as good. You can also check out the templates. If you want to get your own little template, work on your own bot, there's a template being dropped into the chat now. Also on our GitHub, you can find this bot and the others all available for you to download if you want to play around and fork it yourself. All there for you. Okay. That's been this week version of assembly. I'll see you next week. We'll get back to it. We'll get through this to-do list, this ever-growing to-do list, and hopefully by the end of it, we'll be able to have our bot onto the ladder and take another place. That's what I was thinking. We wanted the bot to be defensive, right? Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. All right, guys, I will see you next week.